What is up, Drama Alert Nation? Wait, no, that's not what we're doing. Hey everybody, it is Terensu here. Let me know if you can hear me okay, you guys that are watching. I'm trying to move my mic a little further back, because when I go back and watch the live streams, the audio quality is a bit in your face for my taste, so I'm trying to cook it down. Anyway guys, thanks so much for stopping by. It is Terensu here. The moment that we've all, mainly me, have waited for is finally here. After 12 plus years at the YouTube game, I finally hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much, especially you live stream viewers. You guys have really helped the channel take off. I feel like since I started live streaming several months ago now, I can't believe I've been doing it as long as I have. Things have just taken off. So special thanks to you Castlevania people, you Mortal Kombat people, all the people that stuck with me when I didn't know what to stream and I was just streaming random stuff. I really appreciate it so much. And I do have a video for all you non-live stream viewers that I'll be posting hopefully tomorrow. Just giving a little insight on the future of the channel, the history of it, just saying thank you again to all you guys that have helped so much. I know that 1,000 subs in the grand scheme of YouTube and the internet is nothing, like it's a drop in a bucket. But to me, it really does mean a lot, and life is about perspective. You can gain so much more by being thankful for what you do have, and to see this channel have finally 1,000 subscribers after all this time, it just means so much. And it really took off too. Like, you know, you can go on Social Blade and you can look at a channel and see like what the trajectory is to reach certain things, and my channel just took off. Like, it was going to take me years to reach 1,000 subs, and then I started live streaming and doing more content. Boom, it shot up just like that. So thanks so much guys, I do appreciate you. Thank you Demon Flip, I appreciate that. And hey Jaime, how are you? I'm glad to see you again. So as I promised a long time ago, I said that if we got to 1,000 subs, I would do a run of Castlevania Legacy of Darkness as Reinhardt without using the whip. Alright, we can use the sword and sub-weapons and anything else we can find, but we can't use the whip. So this is going to be that run. We're going to go for it tonight. Again, this is all thanks to you guys and 1,000 subs. Let's keep going. Let's get more. If you're just tuning in and you like Castlevania and Mortal Kombat and classic kind of games and hot takes, do subscribe. Every bit helps, likes and subs. Anyway, why don't we go ahead and get started? Enough talk. I tested everything. Everything seems to be working good. Our controller's ready. I don't even need the B button. You know, we don't need a B button for this run. So we'll just go, right? Now, we're not doing easy. We're going to do normal. Which costume would you guys rather have? Hey, Riven Mike, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Let's do the blue costume. How about it? Yeah, just get in here before you hit 10K. Get in on the ground floor. Next thing you know, my Discord will be Patreon only, and that'll be the end of it. They took the voice acting out for this. It's not as entertaining. Yeah, I don't know how long this run will take. I don't know if it will be super intense hard and there'll be lots of restarts. I don't know if we'll just breeze right through it. I don't know what we'll do, but we should make our usual runtime of 3 hours. And if that doesn't work, we'll play Friday Night Funking or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out if the run ends too quickly. Legacy of Darkness, no whip. Let's go. If we do this pretty easy, I might attempt 64. But Castlevania 64 would be a lot harder just because there's a lot of more enemies that are harder to hit in that. So. Oh yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Riven Mike. The stream has already started. We don't need that anymore. And you could say it in the chat. You don't have to text me. I have no shame. Just say, hey, idiot, you forgot to take the stream starting thing off. But I do appreciate it. Atlas Moon, how you doing, man? Thank you very much. And thank you for contributing. RE7 is killing me. Yeah, it'll do that your first playthrough. I've only played through that really one time, and I really enjoyed it, but I just need to do it again. Alright, no whip, let's go. I'm breaking in a new remote tonight as well, so hopefully there's no screw-ups. Oh yeah, this is going to be fun, I can already tell. What difficulty are you playing it on? I may move Julia there. Oh, thanks a lot. I'm just trying to move Julia out of the way a little bit. Ah, stop it. Eat sword, lizard man. Yeah, I think the conservation of sub-weapon ammo is going to make or break the run. I think that's going to be the... We're definitely going to have to take a little more time with this run and make sure we get all the goodies. And we may break the cardinal rule of Castlevania 64, which is never get to the... if it's daytime and you're just leaving the galleon, you've already lost, but that's okay. It's for the challenge run. I definitely think this will be possible. I think that what would be nearly impossible is doing it on hard mode because of a section that Reinhardt has to do in the castle tower. Or castle center, rather. It's definitely going to be the axe. And preferably the level 3 axe. That's what's going to make or break this run, I think. I'm not sure if getting a power-up increases your sword strength. I don't think it does. But I don't know that anybody's ever tested it to make certain, so... Oh, and this is on high-res mode, too. So... What in the world? Jump, Reinhardt. I haven't played this game in months, so I'm going to be a little rusty to start, but we'll figure it out. Or we might just walk off because of the camera. Great job. See, I got intentionally rusty so that this would be funnier to watch. Yep, it's daytime on the galleon. The run's over. Actually, daytime will be fairly important in this run because that will mean the enemies have less health. And so that will help our cause tremendously. Polygonally speaking, it stays the same, of course. I don't know that anybody's ever hacked into this game enough to like look at the data and see if like the damage output increases internally or anything. Ooh. We also have to be careful for knife drops, so we don't want to get overzealous picking things up because we might accidentally pick up a knife. This weapon is pretty fast, so it is actually decent for stun locking, so that's nice. Hey Review Fox, how you doing? Yes, Merry Shang Tsung and the boys to everybody. So no joke, if you go on, yeah, see there's a knife. If you go on Google Images and you type in Mortal Kombat, me and the boys, there is an image of like Shang Tsung and several Mortal Kombat antagonists drawn in that style that I almost used for that video, but it was somebody's artwork, so I didn't want to take it without asking. They probably would have been cool with it, but I didn't have time to reach out. This still does look real. What are you talking about? These are the best dang graphics there is. Yeah, look at that. I don't know how he ended up over here, considering the door he left was on the side, but whatever. Just go with it. Don't worry about it. Something like that. So this boss, we got to be real careful, because if we deplete sub-weapon ammo, we'll be in a pickle. Chicken. Hey, Fringle, how you doing? I've actually never said your name out loud, so I hope I pronounced that right. Come on. Got him, okay. Chernobyl water. I mean, it does kill you instantly if you touch it, so it kind of is. That's one level down. You got to be real careful speedrunning this part, because those guys will knock you into the water if you don't kill them. Yeah, it's like, what should we call this level? It's like, well, the draw distance is exactly 1 meter, so I guess this should be the Forest of Fog then, right? If that's the case, the Tower of Execution in Vanilla 64, that should just be the Tower of Frame Rate, because it doesn't have one. Just spank the skeleton like some sort of rodeo bull. I fought this boss so many times speedrunning Henry. So the way basically this boss works is, depending on, it takes set damage, which means you can only damage it in like intervals. But how fast it takes that interval of damage depends on how strong the weapon or attack you hit it with is. So like if you've got Henry's gun, for example, at level 3, it's only like maybe 3 or 4 shots to do a damage interval. But if you're just using a level 1 or Reinhardt sword, you got to hit it several times. And I could have probably spared an axe or two here, but just to be safe, I'm going to save them. There we go. Death in this run will be very costly because it will reset our sub-weapon level. Yeah, this early game is extremely boss fight heavy. Watch this guy, watch this sucker here. He never saw it coming. Alright. That is the most worthless boss in this entire game. And I believe we actually have to fight him later. It's a good thing that was an axe, and I actually, because I did not take the time to look and see what that was. That could have very easily been a knife or something in there, but thank goodness it was an axe. You just got boned. This is another place that's giving me nightmare flashbacks from Henry speedrunning. Oh no, 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 go away, go away. Sorry about that. Let us continue. Yeah, the camera is a big reason people fuss about this game, but it honestly is not as bad as it looks once you understand kind of what it's going to do. It definitely is one of the weaker, more valid criticisms against this game. I still think this is one of the best Castlevania games. There's no game on the system with atmosphere like this game. I thought Henry just copied everything from Reinhardt. And hey Atlas, how you doing? This attack right here, that's giving me Henry speedrun flashbacks, like Nom flashbacks. because you have no health at this point in the run, so if you get hit by that shock wave or the breath, it's instant run over. Yeah, skeleton, yeah. There we go. It's another axe, but we're already max axe. Ooh! Oh yeah, that frame rate, man. There we go. What hit me there? The bosses that I can kill with the sword, I kind of need to. Yeah. Yeah, Reinhardt, that's some real, you know, one of the guys from the speedrunning community managed to get a hold of Reinhardt's voice actor and get him to record some stuff for the game. Hair of fire destroyed. Yeah, I wish. Yo, there is a boss in this game that has Dark Souls-like tracking, and it's that first boss on the Foggy Lake stage. I don't know why no other boss in the game has tracking like that, but it's one of those, like, you know how most Dark Souls bosses, like, they swing, and then there's like a second, I don't know what you'd call it, like a second bit of oomph in the attack, and that's when you need to dodge, not the actual swing itself. And that boss, the fireball that hits the ground and sprays upward, he locks onto you. Like, if you dodge after the first one, it'll always hit you. So what you have to do is wait till he locks on, let him move again, and then jump out of the way. It's really hard to do. And there's nothing else in this game that you have to dodge like that, so it's really kind of silly. And almost immediately we're going to have to fight another boss in this level too. Look at that. Normally I'd just be blazing through this part, but we really do not need to die. I don't really want to waste red jewels right now, but pretty soon you guys will see just how strong this level 3 axe is. It's super strong. But normally I've done this level as Henry so many times. Well, you do the other tower as Henry, but still. The other tower's the hard one. Oh gosh, what have we done? Oh, what do we got? Chicken. So I usually, when I'm doing challenge stuff, I try to get this guy wrapped up on himself. Ouch. Alright. And you want to make sure you don't accidentally pick up a knife, because Konami is mean and they like to hide like dumb power-ups in this little drop sequence here. Fortunately, we just got money in like sun and moon cards. That's fine. We'll take that. I feel like the window as it's being streamed to you guys is a little too small. Like the black bars are a little too big. If I need to adjust that, let me know and I'll make that look a little bigger. Oh yeah, look at all these red jewels. Alright, thanks. Whoop, we don't want that. The cross is actually low-key pretty good in this game, but it just cannot compare to the axe. I'm going to go ahead and use this moon card here. Yeah, I forget that like everybody watches with their phone now. Like when I was growing up, you know, you just watched YouTube on a computer. You just watched anything on a computer with a website. I remember the first phone I got that could browse the internet. It was an old BlackBerry, and like the pages just looked awful. Like you couldn't see anything. But I still thought it was so cool that you could browse the internet on a phone, and just now everybody just expects it to have that. Like you wouldn't buy a phone that couldn't browse the internet, at least if you're under 80. And my parents are not the best technologically, but even they have internet browsing phones. That BlackBerry also had a full keyboard, so I was pretty hot stuff when I got that. Yeah, laugh it up, you young kids. You just don't know. Where's Bump at? He knows. You get the old man Bump in here. He knows. Yeah, I'm a computer guy. If I have a choice between doing something on the phone or computer, I always choose the computer. But if you're just like putting off going to bed at night, you know, just laying it like in your bed or something, the phone is pretty nice to have. Fake Dracula. Spoilers for this game that came out in 1998. That's not the real Dracula. Unless you're playing Cornell's Quest, in which it is. Maybe. I'm not sure. Oh, Nokia Snake. I forgot about Nokia Snake. I had a buddy that was like super good at Snake, and so he would want to get everybody's Nokia and set the high score with Snake on it. So I always like made sure not to let him get my phone because he would put this insanely high Snake high score on there that I could never beat. Oh, the Razor. Yeah. My buddy, I had a buddy growing up. He was the first kid in school to get one of those Razor flip phones, and everybody thought he was hot stuff. I, of course, knew that he wasn't, but everybody else thought it was pretty darn cool. Kill me, please. Oh my goodness. It's alright. It's still early on. We can fix it. Oh, I can't believe that happened. It's alright. F in the chat, boys. F in the chat. Fortunately, the next level is not very boss heavy, so we have some time. You can't take any more from me than you already have, game. I remember there was a full Windows game that was basically a ripoff of Nokia Snake called Polly Python. Is that like Polly Pocket? Like, I'm not going to use a roast chicken here because, like, as soon as we leave the stage, we get all our health back. There we go. Okay. See? Everything went better than expected. That's all we needed. Like, look, it was there. I just didn't want to waste that axe. All right? That's what I did. I just died on purpose so we could get the other axe. That's all it was. Nobody panic, all right? We're good. You're going to be okay. I still don't know what's going on with Reinhardt's stomach texture. When he turns around, look at his stomach. Like, it makes... Like, I don't even know what they're doing there. It looks like Jabba the Hutt's, like, neck from behind. It's really strange. Suddenly dogs. Stun lock it. Sometimes you can jump in the air in front of an enemy and throw a sub-weapon, and it will hit them better than if you just throw it standing, because it tends to go in an arc like directly down towards them, whereas if you throw in the air, it's liable to do something else. See, we're good. We're already back at level 3. I was just playing you guys the whole time. See, it's fine. Everything's going to be okay. Yeah, it's definitely not what I would have wore to a castle full of, like, Chernobyl water and vampires. Like, I would not... Oh, gosh. Like, the hitbox on that axe throw is insane. Well, there's a level 2 cross right there. Dang. Imagine a game where you didn't get to jump 90% of the time because it wasn't faster. Imagine playing a game like that. So basically now we need it to be 3 a.m. in game. So we may just kill a ghost here or two. Oh, did you guys know you could break this? For a power-up we can't use. Oh, there's flavor text here, by the way. Look at this. You cannot see inside the window. It is nailed shut. Like, who would have ever thought to come up to that and press the check button? Like, really? I wonder how many triangles it took to make this masterpiece of a vampire here. There's got to be at least 0.5 for his face alone. Say goodnight to the bad guy. See, this whole run is about keeping the level 3 axe and keeping 99 jewels. If you can do that, then you're Persona 4 golden. But if you can't, then you're Bloody Destiny Persona 1. So keep that in mind. So we don't need to waste these just in case. Because once you pick up an item, even if it doesn't add to your total, it will not respawn. Oh yeah, I did a playthrough of Symphony of the Night Randomizer a few weeks ago. It was a lot of fun. So we have to wait now. Just speed this up a bit for you guys' sake. There we go. Yeah, this is the dumbest part of the game. Like, if you're speedrunning, this plays a major, like, it's a major, look at that, look at his stomach. It's like a major run killer. Because you have to time the first part of the run exactly right so that you hit this cutscene at the most optimal time, because it only happens from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Yeah, see, I never played Golden. I played through 4 the first time on PS2. I might just do that anyway, Riven Mike, because that sounds fun. You are a vampire. I actually own that game, F. I do own that game. I've never beaten it, but I do own it, so I could play that. That might be a good idea. If you're making a request, I'll be glad to check it out, because it was fun what I played of it. Like, I had a friend, a real good friend of mine, he loaned me a bunch of PS1 RPGs, and then that game was in there. And I was more interested in, like, he gave me like Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy VII, maybe like Legend of Dragoon, and a few other things. And so that's either the Demigorgon or my wife forgetting which switch is upstairs again. And then that game, like all those RPGs, and then that game was in there. And so I played all the RPGs, and he came and got back all his RPGs, but he forgot that game, and so it stayed at my house forever. And so one day I decided, I'm going to try this game out, and see if it's any good. And so I got pretty far, and I killed the first boss, and before I could save, the game crashed. It was just like a system crash. Everything froze, and I lost all my progress, and I was like, I don't feel like doing it all again, and so I never picked it up again. But I have heard that Legacy of Kain is really good, and I do like vampire games. So, you know what? Maybe we'll play that next week, because I could just throw that CD in my computer and emulate it since I have it. So we could do that. That's a good idea, actually. What system is that on, Review Fox? I may have actually played that. I'm not sure about that, Atlas. That may be one for the Castlevania Iceberg video, actually. I do like Vampire the Masquerade. That's one of those I've never finished, but I enjoy a whole lot. I've gotten very far into it. Every time I get to the end, and I just get distracted and play something else. I'm not sure about the white roses either. Back to that. I think it definitely has something to do with the fact that, like, when she waters them, her watering can is blood. I think they were trying to do something with that, but I'm just not sure. Yeah, Bloodlines was good. The music in that is really good for Sega Genesis. The only RPG I played on stream, unless you want to count Ocarina of Time, would be Shadow Hearts, which was fun, but I just never got around to finishing. Well, I mean, hey, this game was made by Konami, Mikhail, so it very well could be inspired. He's actually the most competent character in the whole game, believe it or not. I like how when you talk to him from behind, he's just like... Somebody screen cap that, make a meme out of it. He does look like Big Boss. I've never noticed that before. Reinhardt's ready pose is to put one arm in front of himself and slowly go back and forth. And this guy over here rocking the mullet. For all my Castlevania folks watching, I still am going to do the Castlevania 64 iceberg video. It just turned out that video is going to be a lot more, how should I say it, like, not necessarily hard, but it's just going to require a lot more work than I thought to make it look good. And I thought about maybe even getting, like, I don't know, Ty or Tidarium or Music Box, or heck, you could do it, Atlas. Some of you guys from the speedrunning group to come on and talk about it with me. On this level, you can afford to be a little bit more liberal with your use of red jewels, because you can farm the stained glass knights in the hallway to get essentially unlimited jewels. Colonel, I'm trying to slay Dracula, but I'm dummy thick. Colonel, who's Malice? Reinhardt, turn the game off right now. What are you saying? Dracula is going home, Raiden. Turn the game off. Where's your favorite place to hide chicken? In a tiger on the wall. I also hide a house key in the vase in my sitting room. Here's a torn painting. It's got a purifying in it. I hide chicken in a vase. And this is a stylish sofa. Alerting the guards. What was that noise? Reinhardt is definitely the gruntiest Castlevania protagonist. I don't know, this game takes place in, like, what, the 18th century or something? Didn't you just, like, dig a hole in the ground and, like, store your meat there with a bunch of salt on it or something? Oh yeah, oh, have you ever seen a playthrough of this game, F? You just don't know. What do you see? The skeletons on motorcycles. That whole Alucard scene was incredibly bizarre. Like, that just came completely out of left field. But the really good part was when Alucard was like, "Hey, I said that my dad didn't like magical weapons, not me," and he just cuts him in half. It's incredible. What kind of accent do you picture Renan having in your head canon? There's a user named Evil Tim that played through this game, and he did him as like Scottish or something. Reinhardt's dead, emotionless, polygonal face turned sideways quickly. Wait, come back. I was going to make espresso. Reinhardt never speaks. And actually, none of the protagonists speak a word to Renan the whole game. Not one word. Unless you have to fight him. That's the only time one of the protagonists talks to Renan. Yeah, where the heck is Music Box when we need her? She could voice Renan for us. Yo, Reinhardt, get in the car. Just so you guys know, the word malice is Latin for evil, in case you're wondering about this character. Now there's a lot of new subs on tonight. Funny enough, Mike, we're about to run into Frankenstein, so that reference works in more ways than one. Unfortunately, he doesn't make a yummy sound. Watch his cape when he bends over in a second. The cape just like makes a straight line because they couldn't program physics. Watch his cape. Watch it. Watch it. Look, it just straight back, man. It's like he must have starched the heck out of that thing. There's no bend in that cape at all, man. If that doesn't tell you that dude's Dracula, I don't know what does. Ah! Don't leave me. No. Yeah, went right through the door. Dude's wall hacking and everything. Ow. Fortunately, he runs to the same place every time, so you can just memorize this part. Yes, make sure you get bit as many times as possible right there. I would say maybe, except for probably not, because this game was so obscure, Mike. It was probably more so just taking inspiration from garden mazes in general. Help me, Leon. If you're playing Cornell, there's an awful escort segment which Resident Evil 4 made the entire game. Except good, I guess. Resident Evil 4 was good. You can just walk back through the maze once you get the key, but if I'm not speedrunning it, I usually just go through the mansion again. I don't think we've had to use a chicken yet either. From Battle Arena to Shinden. I mean, kinda, yeah. The camera just has no idea what to do in that room. It just... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. See, the random knife drop almost got us. Okay, we can take a duplicate axe. That's fine. I say you, Castlevania. You're not going to sneak up on me. For some reason I keep getting scared to jump because I think I'm carrying magical nitro, even though that's not till like the level after next. Should be maxed on purifying by the time we get to the end of the game. Oh, my red jewel. I'm not sure if somebody's neck is supposed to move like that. We'll see about that, Star Fox. Yep, he really did a number on me. There's a GIF of that on the internet that's really funny. No. Stop. You can actually one-shot that second form if you hit the axe just right. Unfortunately, if you don't, she's almost immediately going to go missed. But she's also terrible at life, so it doesn't matter. We'll make sure your remains are shipped back to Cyrodiil. If you guessed it was empty because it's actually a hidden path, congratulations, you've won. Oh, teabag him? I should. Here, I think he disappeared, but it's okay. Where is, yeah, there we go. GG, easy. What have I done? Okay. See, that's the thing about... You probably could get away with this run on Vanilla 64, but it would probably get very boring very quickly just because stuff takes so long to kill and the sub-weapons aren't near as strong in that game. It seems like the cross may actually be the broken weapon in that game. I don't remember. There's actually a texture mod which makes these spider ladies topless. Also, look at those pointed hands. The hands in GoldenEye were more realistic than that. Oh, wow. This level is also the worst level in the game for Henry speedrunning. It is terrible. Just because there's so many like make or break places that you have to go fast, but if you do it wrong, you die and ruin the whole run. And it's also the last level. So if you die, you have to start all the way over. Let's see, I've got to remember it's after the first one you go left, and I think you hang a right here. You'll go across a poison pond, if I remember correctly. Which fortunately we don't have to go fast. And we don't really want to, like a Henry speedrun, you would just, the developers both helped you and screwed you over here. When you approach this acid pit, the camera tries to face the pit to help you out. But if you're trying to go fast, unfortunately it turns the camera away from you. So what you have to do is run straight at it and then turn the camera at the last second and jump into the pit with wild abandon. It's really hard to do. Unless you're Slucky7. Shoutouts to Slucky. Or Ty or any of the other speedrunning geniuses out there. Yeah, always run straight into the rock crusher for great justice. Let's see, we're max health, max item. Well, not max health, but we're max items, so. So there's going to be some skulls that are going to try to knock us off, so we want to get to the front of the platform. Normally you would just whip them, but we can't, so we're going to have to get to the front and duck so that we do the damage animation instead of the let me fall backwards on a moving platform getting hit animation. Ooh! You gotta watch those ghosts because they can knock you off if you're not careful. And their hitboxes are kind of sneaky, like they hit you before you think they're about to. Fortunately, we're saying goodbye. Yeah, see how that pushed me back a little bit? Nice throw, Reinhardt. Excellent work. That's strange. I've never seen them do that before. That's very bizarre. Usually they just come straight at you. I've never seen them split around the player before. That is super weird. Having done this segment literally probably thousands of times, counting all my Henry runs. This level also, if you're using the European version, it has a make or break trick, which is either you get it or you die and have to start all the way over by jumping off that blue platform early. Because of the wacky frame rate of the PAL version, it slingshots you forward. This is another one that's pretty bad. Yeah, see how the camera changes? Because their intention was for you to walk across these platforms and kind of maneuver across. But in the speedrun, you can actually jump straight to this one right here and grab on just barely. Even though the developers didn't intend that, but you can. It's not super hard to do, but if the camera switches on you, you'll end up in the acid every time. The speedrun strat is to keep going to the right there. We're just going to take it nice and easy here. And again, speedrun strat, you would end up where I am now on that brown part over there. But instead of taking the time to land on these platforms, you would just jump straight to the middle. And there's probably, I'd say, a 1 in 4 chance that a ghost will spawn directly in front of you and knock you into the acid. I mean, this level is just literally COVID. I mean, it is terrible. It is the run killer. Hey Ernest, how you doing? Good to see you. We're not going to pick that axe up in case we die because we want it to still be there. This next boss has a one-hit KO attack, and it also, you start with the camera facing the wrong daggum way because Konami. So, how's the fishing game, my man? We need to do that collab where I bring you on and we play Sega Bass Fishing for an hour. I don't know if I would call it that. It was definitely a marvel. A marvel of modern disappointment. I've gotten a little turned around because I'm so used to the speedrun version of this level, but it's alright. All roams lead to roads, so it's fun. I did not like it. Being a big fan of the games and MK's story purist, I knew every single problem it had, and I just didn't enjoy it. It had a lot of potential, they just didn't recognize it. We are going to full health here because this boss can be a bit of a pain, and we've got the chicken to spare. The safest thing I've found to do is just to get up in her face, just fast as possible, and then just start spamming axes. Oh, I swear, if we die. No, no, let me go, Spider Lady. No, you stop. Okay, we got free. If you don't get free from that attack, you die. Yeah, that Cole Young armor thing was so dumb. It's like of all the cool powers they could have given him. I mean, the dude was essentially Scorpion. He was like Scorpion's ancestor or whatever. So why couldn't he have had some sort of Scorpion-related power or something? Makes no sense. Check this death animate. I hope I die like this. Fall over. Catch on fire. Explode. I can only hope my end is that spectacular. It was amazing. Let's go. Got a Souls man over here. Yeah, I do enjoy Dark Souls. Yeah, it's just like my magic armor gives me Tonfa. Like, why did he not just like have some Michael Bay production? Why did he not just have some Tonfa in his trailer or whatever that he was fighting Goro? The idea to me that you have Goro getting run over by an SUV is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. That's probably the only time in the history of mankind that Goro has been portrayed next to an automobile. It's amazing. No, don't stop me. I'm having such a good time. Burning it all. Oh yeah, don't let us spoil the movie for you, F. Ernest, I did not see Kong versus Godzilla. I've never been a big Kaiju Godzilla fan. But I feel like if you're going to see a movie like that, you know, you're not really worried about the plot anyway. Shingo kick! That's all I remember from Shingo and KOF. I had a buddy that used to play Shingo back in the day, and he would just pick him and just spam Shingo kick over and over again. That's what we need to play on this channel. We need some King of Fighters. I have not played a KOF game. I don't know if I've played one in over 2 or 3 years actually. More to come on that, F. There is actually a plot point there. Reinhardt has probably more story than Carrie gets, despite Carrie being better in every conceivable way. Whoa, where did you come from? Okay. It's a 3-for-1 special, baby. Camera got stuck on the door. Let's go. How's that geese coming along? You mastered that death combo yet? This level's terrible. Hark, is that lizard men I hear? And is that gasoline I smell? Ugh. The good thing about this room for this run is those guys will spam or spawn axes rather. So if we die, which we probably will to the magical nitro, we can come back in here and grind out an axe. Ow. Didn't your mother ever tell you it's rude to spit on people? Stop that. There is also a red jewel farm up ahead, so fortunately we don't have to worry too much about our... Yeah, I actually like KOF 94. So I can play as the best team in KOF, the American sports team featuring Lucky Glauber and Heavy D, and I forget what the other guy is, like Brian Battler or something, I don't remember. For some reason, all those SNK fighting games were just convinced that the American had to be a basketball fighter for some reason. Like, there's another SNK fighter called Fight Fever with a Lucky Glauber knockoff called Magic Dunker. And he's like a Harlem Globetrotters guy. And his projectile is he jumps up in the air and like throws the ball at the ground, and it like basically does Terry's power wave. Yes, give me the red jewels. I don't know where that guy was jumping to, but he went for it. I always just run into that because there's no way to avoid that easily. You receive the key. Yeah, I thought that was another problem with the movie, is how many people they killed off. Like, I understand they're trying to be different than the games, but I don't understand why you kill so many important characters off in the first movie. Just didn't make any sense. I won't discuss it too much on here just in case there's people still trying to avoid spoilers, but there's a lot of people that that are important to later on MK story that they just completely killed. There was a Japan-only remake of KOF 94. I need to look into that. You will die like wretches. With 2 exclamation points. Gee, Bill, your mom lets you have 2 exclamation points? Katana really doesn't show up until the story of MK2. That was kind of just an MK1 movie thing that had Katana in it for the 95 movie, but this movie kind of struck me as it couldn't decided what it wanted to be, because it tried to be like a prequel to the first tournament, but at the same time it acted like it kind of was the first tournament. I don't know. I didn't like that. It put one foot in or keep both feet out kind of thing. Yeah, like you can't really have Melina without Katana either. And after what happened to Melina, it kind of makes Katana less impactful later on. Take the hit, man. Take the hit and move on. He forgot to put 2 exclamation points, Review Fox. I didn't even need to see that guy. That impact radius was so big. Just boop, he's dead. Oh no, we picked up the cross. It's okay. We can get our axe back. It's no problem. Yeah, like the whole game is about a daggum tournament. There's no tournament in that whole thing. It's like, so you like tournaments? Well, too bad. A knife. Got 1 axe. I'm hoping that axe is still in that candle over there that we didn't pick up. We'll see. It probably came out about the same time, honestly, Ernest. Yeah, see, this is still here. That's great. That is perfect. We may actually can reset the game, too, and get that candle drop back in there, but I'm not sure. Hey Ernest, when you hit 1,000 subs, how long did it take YouTube to give you a community post? It told me it may take up to a week for it to appear. Yuck. Come on. Come on. Nope. There we go. No! I don't want that. Give me the axe. Yeah, honestly, the vase is the real enemy of this run. Come on. There we go. Now this is going to be the real kicker of this run, this next segment. And there's also a chance that even if we make it to the bottom without getting blown up, we'll be ambushed by two dogs that you can't avoid from off screen coming from the wrong direction. So, hooray. Hey, Naga, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, that's pretty much all I play on here is, I bust out the Tekken 7 every once in a while, play some Tekken, but other than that, it's mainly old school. So far, so good. A speed run would actually jump right there because if you hit the loading zone before you hit the ground, it won't blow you up. But we're not gonna have our cake and eat it too. Oh, thank goodness. You have no idea how much I dread that segment every time I have to do it on stream. First try, let's go. Now, of course, if we get blown up by the Cerberus dogs at the bottom, we'll still have to do it again. Yeah, I would be down for that. I don't know how Effie would feel about it, but I would be down for it. I told, I've just realized I believe you're someone from Legion, so I believe it was Toki I told I would stream Tekken sometime for. There we go. F is not a bad player, don't, like, just because I won more games doesn't mean I'm a better player. He's good. Anybody who can play Geese in Tekken 7 and pull that stuff off is a good player. I am blessed to have a pretty decent local offline scene, so I play a lot of Tekken. And I'm still trash at it, but having that offline scene helps tremendously. Okay, so this next room will be the make or break, because those two dogs are gonna, like, if you're Reinhardt, you get Cerberus dogs here. If you're Carry, you get skeletons on motorcycles. The skeletons on motorcycles will always try to box you in. The dogs are a little bit more random. Sometimes they spawn behind you, sometimes they spawn in front of you. So you have to make like a split-second judgment. Do I just try to bypass them, or do I try to hit them with an axe and go on by? I mean, doesn't it literally mean you're better? Doesn't what literally mean I'm a better player? Like, see, that time, no Cerberus dogs at all. Sometimes they'll spawn right there by you and just kill you as soon as you walk out the door. For those of you that haven't played the game before, you're seeing it for the first time, we're carrying what's called magical nitro right now, which is essentially Dracula's magical nitroglycerin. And so if you take a hit or jump, you blow up and you die instantly. You have to take magical nitro to 2 places in the castle to set off explosions to blow up walls. We have to remove a seal off that wall before we can blow it up, but you save time by going ahead and putting the nitro there on your way back down. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be that way, but I don't want to lie either. To be honest, you would probably beat me within like 2 or 3 sessions, because my style is unfortunately kind of easy to figure out. Like, I'm going to have to mix it up because, like, at locals, most of the guys have kind of figured out what I like to do. So I'm going to have to mix it up. Like, once you figure it out, it's nothing. Hey, Mooski, how you doing? Just out of nowhere. We need to heal up. So Mooski shows up and immediately I get attacked by the 3-headed dogs. Coincidence? I think not. Yeah, that's true. You got to download. And that's the thing I hate about online. Like, even if you play a set with somebody online, you'll probably never play them again, so you never really get a chance to learn that style. But like the guys I play with, like, I get to actually sit and kind of learn their mannerisms, and I don't know, that helps you be a better player too. Did they really put magical nitro in Yu-Gi-Oh? I wouldn't doubt it. I know there's some, like you were talking about earlier, there's some Metal Gear cards and stuff like that. I know there's Gambare Gomon cards, which is awesome. That's another series I wish Konami would get its head out of its backside and restart, would be Gambare Gomon. I don't like paying full price for N64 games now that they're old. But that is one game I was willing to pay full $60 for because I wanted it. Now I have both of those N64 games. There's actually a third one, but it was Japan only, and it was like a board game. Oh, there's my axe. Okay, good. Yeah, Mooski here is one of our local scene guys. So next time we get a room together, if you're on, I'll invite you and you can play a match with us. We usually get a pretty big room going when we play. The price for what is $250? Tekken or... Oh, I just now saw the Shin Megami Tensei 3 HD, yeah. Yeah, next time we do a room, I'll invite you, and We got a good character spread. So we've got Mooski plays Jin, so you could fight against a Jin, and Briefcase, he plays Devil Jin. Bump plays a bunch of characters like what's the new one? I can't think of her name because it's almost my bedtime. Lydia. He's been maining Lydia, but he also plays Josie and Julia. So it's a good wide variety of characters between all of us. But yeah, I'll invite you next time we get a room going. Yeah, I'm not going to risk that for one. Yeah, we always rag on Case because he always downplays Devil Jin. And we're like, Devil Jin's the best character in the game. Don't even try. Julia is really strong in Tekken 7. Like, people completely slept on her until Book brought her out. Like, that was the only character hanging out there with Leroy. When Leroy was still busted at Japanese Evo a year or two ago. But Julia is still really strong. She took a hit in the latest patch, but she's still really, really good. Like, really good. Very solid. Lots of mix-ups. Akuma is so execution heavy, though. Like, if you want to talk about perfect execution, probably, yeah, Akuma is probably the best. It's probably something like Akuma, Devil Jin. I'm not really sure. I know Geese got hit, so I don't know if he's still like top echelon. I'm sure he is if you got the execution. I don't even know who would be after that. It starts to get really blurry after that. Tekken is such a well-balanced game. Until you get to the top, it really doesn't matter. I definitely think Negan was your best character, though. And like, nobody knows how to play against Negan, so you could probably go really far with him. Unfortunately, yeah, he is. I don't keep up with the tier list as much these days because there's no like tournaments to watch. There was the league last week, or last 2-3 weeks ago, but that was really good. So this puzzle, because I didn't stop for the text, you're just lining these up. It's the color, it's basically the 9, now 8 planets, and you just line it up, and it removes that seal we were talking about earlier. So it'll quit arfing on the wall so that you can blow it up. Don't feel dirty playing Negan at all because he's very steppable at high level. I mean, that's kind of like Brian Fury, you know. Years ago, I thought Brian Fury was like stupid broken because of all his counter hit stuff. And then I learned you just don't duck ever because all he has is the soccer kick. So you just don't duck. And if you can parry Snake Edge, which thankfully I kind of can now, he has nothing to threaten you with. That's true too, and you hit the nail on the head. Like in my old Tekken videos where I talk about guest characters, that's why I don't like guest characters, because they don't add anything to the series as a whole. Because like you said, Negan will be in Tekken 7, probably will not be in Tekken ever again, and so it's like if you just like a tournament level Negan main, and that's like the character you know best, where you're just going to have to start all over as soon as Tekken 8 comes out. Which may still be a while, but still, it's coming someday. Now that PS5 and all that's out, they're going to have to put a Tekken on the new hardware. I used to be too. Like, people would just eat me alive with that stuff. Just go into practice mode, set him to Snake Edge over and over again. Don't even mix it up. Just do Snake Edge over and over and over again and practice blocking it and parrying it. And then wait about 8 hours, because it takes your brain 8 hours to remember stuff. And then I guarantee you the next time you play one, you'll start reacting to it. Brian's Snake Edge in particular has a very distinct animation. So I just had to spend like 2 or 3 training sessions in practice mode just doing Snake Edge over and over and over again. And now I love it when I run into a Snake Edge Brian, because I'll just low parry and block and launch, whatever. Depending on who I'm playing as. Kunimitsu can launch it from crouch, stupid easy, but Lee has to work a little bit to crouch launch. So I'll usually do a low parry with him and just take the low parry combo, because I'm probably going to screw up the crouch cancel up forward 4. Michael ST64, new face, welcome, welcome. I still remember discovering this area for the first time. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Nitro card is Nitro unit. I'm going to look that up later. That's super tight. Lee does have to work, maybe not as hard as Lee mains like me will tell you he has to work, but he does have to work pretty hard. He has really solid fundamentals. If you can get past the combo execution, and you can do some decent combos without like back 2 forward carries. If you use stuff like forward 4-1 as filler, it's not as hard. But I mean, Lee has a great slide mix-up. It's 50-50. If they guess wrong, they could get launched out of Hitman. While the full crouch slide gets a guaranteed 3 off of it, he's got a great magic 4. Back 4 is probably one of the best keep out tools in the game. Running 3-4 is probably the best approach tool in the game, if you don't know how to sidestep, that is. So I mean, he's got some great solid fundamentals. It's just he kind of has to rely on fake frame advantage, so when you start playing against people that know fundamentals and frames, he suffers a lot. But of course, it's kind of like Lydia. You know, Lydia's whole design is like lots of highs, lots of stuff you can sidestep, but her damage is so stupid high. It's like, yeah, you could dodge this and launch me, but if I hit it, I'm going to take 75% of your health, so it kind of balances out. Back 4 is really hard to whiff punish because they made it better than it really needs to be. Like, that move got a buff, I think Season 3. The way you can counter that is a lot of Lee players just like to sit back and just spam back 4 because they think they're safe. And they are from probably about half screen, definitely full screen. But if you're anywhere closer than full screen and they're spamming back 4s, just run right up and smack them because they don't recover as fast as they think they do. Mooski, come get your dogs. Let's not put Akuma in Tekken 8. Let's not do that, Raphael. Can we please not do that? I hope that the opening cinematic to Tekken 8 is Kazuya throwing Akuma in a volcano so that we know we never have to see him in Tekken again. Reppuken! Yeah, that Reppuken is really nice for... And that'll stop some of that too. If you're spamming Reppuken from way back there, they won't be able to do that. Whoops, I went the wrong way. I didn't mean to go back in this room. It's going to cost us a little bit, but it's okay. Still doing okay on red jewels. Oh, what are you doing here? least we got our red jewels back. We're going to need them. We got 2 bosses coming up here. Fortunately, the next bit's going to get kind of boss heavy. We've got this boss. We've got the next boss. The next stage doesn't have a boss, but the stage after it has 4 bosses, one of which we're going to trick into killing himself, hopefully. And then there'll be a big boss on the rooftop, which I hope that we have enough ammo left to kill. And then it'll be the last boss. So, yeah, they're really bad. Sale for Tekken 8. That's an interesting choice for sure. I never thought about putting a Dragon Ball Z character in there. No Yamcha. So what you're telling me is that if Bulma got to pick who was in Tekken 8, we definitely would not see Yamcha. Yeah, in the mornings when I save my game, I always give a hearty Oh. Hey, 10 viewers. Nice. I don't know why people just leave a giant bull corpse laying around in their home battle arena. I usually clean mine up after we finish using it. Ricardo. No, we need to have a Giga Chad from the average fan versus average enjoyer. We need to have Giga Chad guy. Yeah, Yamcha's just the worst, man. Like, a literal murderer took his girlfriend from him, married her, had 2 kids with her. What a joke, Yamcha. I did not notice that. I did notice that Vegeta is a better parent than Goku. We can actually break his back legs, which will cause him to be unable to move, and then we can just finish him with a sword. That's what I'm going for here. So we can save jewels, because we do really have a lot of bosses to fight pretty soon. I may hit him with just one more axe here in a second. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. You got to watch the stomach, though, because it will poison you. I guess we don't have a choice, though. Yeah, there we go. We'll just do that. One hit, baby. It's not like we don't have pure ampules to spare. Piccolo is Gohan's real dad. Remember during the Saiyan saga, Yamcha wasn't a fighter anymore. He was a baseball player. Oh yeah, he was a Yaku guy. Well, I mean, Dracula is 12 years old in this game, so it kind of makes sense. Normally we would just skip all these candles, but I do want to try to max our jewels out. Because he took karate lessons in the day. I bet Mark McGuire could have killed the Cyberman because he would have put cork in his bat or whatever, so it would have hit harder. He would have been able to beat the Cybermen. Let's go. Coming out of the zone against Napa. Look, I've got a low-key beef against Mark McGuire, right? So when I was growing up as a kid, I was a big fan of The Simpsons, and so The Simpsons would come on every Sunday night. They had like King of the Hill, Simpsons, and then maybe like Malcolm in the Middle or something. I used to watch that whole block on Sunday nights. And I remember the season premiere of The Simpsons was coming on like after the summer was over. And I was so excited. I turned it on, and I remember seeing the season premiere of The Simpsons has been postponed to see Mark McGuire break the whatever freaking record it was. I think it was Mark McGuire. And then come to find out that guy was like taking steroids and corking his bat and all that stuff. It's like I missed The Simpsons because of this guy. You hit the baseball game that made Yamcha push over. Alright, the developers intended you to go down here in this pit and fight Rosa. But unfortunately, they never figured out that if you stand up here, she doesn't know how to go up these stairs. So you can just hold the lock-on button and throw axes, and she won't move, and she'll die. So, and she can't hit you. At least the Cybermen could fly, right? The putty can't fly. We were always at Beetleborg's house, though. I didn't get into Power Rangers until Power Rangers Galaxy. Rosa, sorry, I didn't mean to throw axes at you till you collapsed. Sorry about that. I thought you were one of them. Reinhardt asked the dumbest question. It's the curse of Dracula that made you a vampire. What other curse do you see in this game? Vase Boss, Rosa. Yeah, Vase Boss is taking the cake right now. Well, yeah, I mean, Yamcha can control Ki, right? So, I mean, he just automatically beats anybody. Except maybe Videl. I think Videl could take Yamcha. I just think it's funny that Bulma would literally marry a murderer, alien from another planet, than she would Yamcha. Anyway, that's the worst level in the game we just finished, so hooray for that. Metal Heroes. I don't know that one. Oh, I forgot we had to turn the elevator on before we use it. Okay. Yeah, could we get like a I wish Rasmus was here tonight. He's my information getter. I could get him to go pull up a power level chart so we could see could Videl legitimately take Yamcha. I think she could. Like, I don't think it would be an easy fight. Especially like Majin Buu level Videl. Because Yamcha had been out of the game a long time at that point, so. Well, that was tough. I think that fall has special programming to keep you from taking fall damage, but I'm not 100% certain. Alright, so this next boss, we're actually going to use the speedrun strat, and I get it maybe 80% of the time, so we'll see. It's super difficult, guys. So what you have to do to beat this boss fast, jump on this platform, jump, jump. Okay, we didn't get it. Normally what you can do is duck and he'll lunge at you, but he'll go off the platform and kill himself. But it's fine. We have, we're doing okay. Pick up some green here. The old-fashioned way works too. Reinhardt with that sideways throw. With robot space sheriff instead of people in spandex. There we go. This part is really tricky because of the way that they place the platforms for whatever reason. Sometimes your character just... Ooh, that was close. For some reason, it's hard to explain, but like from where you jump, you land... The collision that makes Reinhardt grab doesn't line up with the box correctly, and he'll just like, I'm not going to grab this, bye, and just fall to his death. It's really dumb. I don't know why they did it that way, but... Got him. Oh yay, a power-up we can't use. Great. Whoa. This one's really screwy right here. You have to be really careful because sometimes Reinhardt just straight up won't grab. There we go. And on hard mode, those actually spin. Oh gosh. No. Alright, wait. Stand up. Come over here. And jump. Wait. Stand up. Stand up! Yeah, did you see how I just kind of instantly clung to that? If you try to not like cling to it, a lot of the times he just won't grab it and you'll end up falling to your death or sliding off or something. Super dumb. It's America's favorite boss. See you later. That was very loud. Hey Rasmus, I wondered when you'd wander in here. How you been doing? Stand up. Now die. See, we're going to leave that axe in case we fall in this lava, which I probably will. The stage is very tricky. Oh, come on. Stop. This level was pretty much completely redone for Legacy of Darkness because the original one runs at like a frame rate of -10. This one is admittedly not much better, but it's at least a positive frame rate. The spikes out of the ground are actually not near as dangerous as they look. It's the swinging scythe that you want to avoid because it will knock you off. But usually you'll just take a hit and keep going if you are standing on those. You can essentially divide Castlevania games into two categories. Those where spikes kill you instantly and those where they just damage you. Fortunately, this is on the damage you category side, with the exception of some spikes that are very hard to fall onto unless you're almost trying. Most of the spikes that you might actually get hit by in this game won't kill you. Oh Lord, I love watching speedruns of Virtual Hotline, but I don't know that my heart could take that. After playing Doug's big game, I don't know if I have the strength of the heart of the cards left to play Virtual Hotline. Thanks for that. I think it was either RPG Limit Break or AGDQ a few years ago. Somebody did a speedrun of Virtual Highlight. It was really funny. Kudos to people that have the strength of mind and body and soul to play that game. Alright, easy. There's one up ahead that tries to trick you into standing on a platform when it falls. We'll have to watch out for. Yeah, that's it. Let's kill that lizard man there. That's fine. I'll take that hit all day rather than fall in the lava there. We don't want to stay around too long. I'm pretty sure that lizard can jump back out of that lava if he falls in it. Forget that noise. Yeah, I knew it had been in both, but I was trying to remember where I watched it at. I go back and watch that run from time to time because it was so good. Oh! That's not good. Not good at all, but it's okay. I will survive. Fortunately, there is another guaranteed axe drop later on. So we can have at least a level 2 axe before we have to fight death. It's alright, we'll make it. We'll probably use a sun card so that it has less health. And we'll use the, because we're going to have 99 jewels. There's no boss on this level, so it's okay. Kids, remember, I'm a professional. Don't try this at home. There we go. There may even be an axe in this level, but I'm not sure. I usually don't stick around this level too long. There's not much to do here. Me, when I lose the axe. Oh, it doesn't do it. Normally, in the Forest of Silence, there's flavor text on these impaled skeletons that says everybody's face is in agony and pain. So that's pretty much me when I lose the axe. Sun card. Shouldn't need a sun card, but we'll take it just in case. Now this is an area I only found out about like the last time I played this game. You can actually come over here, go behind this, and get some extra items up here. It's like a red jewel and a money bag. Yeah, for real, right? And there's a cross over there too. If you are a cross man, you could use the cross. But we're going to stick with the axe. The cross is actually pretty good in this game at level 3. The problem is it eats up red jewels super fast. In Castlevania 64, it's probably the better choice, actually, if I remember correctly, because it hits so hard in that game. See, we're maxed out on jewels. That's good. What game is BBH playing over there, Rasmus? Usually you get a guaranteed axe drop here because this is supposed to be like pick your sub-weapon level. Yeah, there we go. Level 2 axe should be more than enough to beat this boss. We don't want to die here because if we do, we're going to lose our axe. So. Sure is sickle out here today. Oh, he's playing a good game tonight. That's no fun. I kind of agree with that, Mooski. I didn't like the movie overall, just because the story was so bad, but the special effects were okay. The fatalities were decent, too. I was afraid that they would make them, like, too goofy, but no, they were actually semi-believable for what the characters could do, so that part was okay. The song that plays here is called, like, Rosa's Sorrow, Reinhardt's Rage. It's on the soundtrack. It's actually a really good track. But Invisible Sorrow is still the best. But wait, there's a savior. Wait, does intentionally getting yourself to save someone else technically count as short suicide? I'm pretty sure it does. I think you meant intentionally killing yourself to... I don't know, just watch the ending, you'll see what happens. When Kung Lao ride her like a surfboard, I had to play it back. Alright, we want to kill this guy. He's going to try to fake out our axes with his... Oh no, a crash. Oh gosh. Oh, why me? It's okay. What I will do, I think we can probably still beat him with a level 1 axe and the sword since we have 99 jewels. But if I actually have to, I will use hacks to set the axe back to level 2 since the crash happened. I just hope that doesn't become a regular thing. Oh, no. Dang it. Yeah, it's not going to drop it. It's okay. I guess I could grab the cross and do it that way. No, we'll just go with it, man. It's fine. What fun is a challenge run without soul-crushing disappointment? Yeah, my luck, right? I wish I could just run this game directly from my N64, because I have this game, but I just emulate it because it's easier. Yeah, I think we should be able to do this. We're just going to have to be careful with our axes. Yeah, stand right there, please. Thank you. The jump axe trick comes in real handy right there. Well, that boss was completely useless. Electric wind crash fist. Cocksure youth. Be sure I will keep a warm place for you. Well, I know where all the budget went on this game. The fog really kills the dramatic impact of that scene. But anyway. Here's Wonderwall. And after all, you're my castle wall. Joy of joys, we may be facing the last boss with the level 1 axe. That's not what I intended, but we'll just go with it, you know? Whoop, nope, not this time. We got you. Fortunately, no boss in this level, so we have plenty of time to collect, get our red jewels back up. This level just makes you angry for other reasons. All of those are pretty good. I need to try out Aggressors of Dark Combat again sometime. That was a fun game. I've only played it like one time, but it was fun. I like how everybody, the sprites like circle each other at the beginning of the match. That's kind of cool. Let's see, are there any goodies over there? That's something, but I don't think it's... we'll check it out. That may be something we can use. Let's see. At least we can cap out on healing items. But not too many, because we don't want to have to fight an extra boss. Chicken! I still have not tried DB Fighter Z. I need to at least give it a try. I'm not the biggest 2D guy, but I do need to give it a shot. Ow. That's how weak that flea man is. He touched me and he died. Beat it, chump. You gonna drop anything? No? Okay. Neo Geo did have some pretty sweet graphics for its time period. Has he done Nom 1974 or whatever it is? I used to enjoy playing that one a lot back in the day. I actually played some World Heroes with a Briefcase a few weeks ago, but he didn't enjoy it quite as much as I did, so we didn't play very long. Oh, nope. I love the announcer in that game. He just sounds so wholesome. World Heroes, perfect! That's the sweetest thing ever. Nom 1975 is one of those games that pulls the wool over your eyes and kicks you in the nuts on the last boss. If you don't beat the last boss with however many lives you've got remaining, you have to start over from the beginning of the game. Despite the fact that you can continue up until then with no problems. Well done, everyone. Ha! You can't take my axe away because it was already as low as it will go. And gravity strikes again. I just remember Nom 1975, the faces, like the up-close faces in that game were all like hilarious. And somewhat terrifying. Like those two bald guys with flamethrowers you fight like midway through the game. Your operations have been watched. You will die. I gotta play that game on stream now. Maybe we'll do Neo Geo Classic Night. That sounds fun. Once I have YouTube grants me community posting, I'll start doing some polls on Monday evening of what you guys would like to see, so you can kind of pick what game we play. That'll be fun. Except you guys will probably just vote for me to play bad stuff every week. It's like, would you rather play Nom 1975 or Color a Dinosaur? Well, I know what people are going to pick. The trick is to die intentionally before you get to the last boss, and then just make sure you've got like all your lives and health and power-ups, and then you have the best chance of beating it. It's still tough. Another game that does that is eSWAT Cyber Police by Sega. But that game, the last boss, is actually fairly, I would even call it fair as far as arcade shooters go. Like if you know the pattern, you can beat it very easily. You can even bring in a second player. The boss doesn't get extra health or anything, so. Oh, does Shinobi 1 do that as well? See, I've never played through Shinobi 1, so. I played through, I think it was Shinobi on the PS2. Now that's a tough game. Where you have to kill enemies or your health starts depleting. Ouch, my shins. I've only played through the Genesis version one time, and it was a long time ago. It was so different than the arcade game, though. Like, at least Rolling Thunder 3 on the Genesis is very similar to the arcade Rolling Thunder. But Eastwad is like completely different. I have a rip of the soundtrack for the arcade version of Eastwad. That game has a super chill soundtrack. It's very arcade 90s. Well done, everybody. I called my shins my pain and suffering back in the Army. Army man, huh? Thank you for your service. The only marching I did was in high school. I was in band, so we did marching band. That was about the extent of my marching experience. And I was a terrible marcher freshman year. I was so bad at marching. That's going to spray fire, so I'm just going to hang out. This is a difficult jump up here, because if you get too close to the center of those gears, it smashes you and you die. So the best way to do it is to kind of angle your camera, jump to that black square, and then jump again. If you just try to straight jump it, a lot of times you'll either overshoot it and land up in the gears, or you'll undershoot it and land up in the gears. Alright, save. Really would like a level 2 axe at least, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get one. We'll see. May just have to healing item it up and go for it, but we'll see. There is a healing kit hidden outside Dracula's door that we can use. And keep in mind, we've got 3 bosses back to back for the finale. Fortunately, the first one I don't think will be that hard to hit with the sword. So what we'll do is we'll save all our sub-weapon on the first form. Start using it a little on the second. And then the third form will be a mixture of sword up close and throwing axes. We should have just enough. We're also going to make sure we do it during the day so he has lower health. But we want to wait till we get to the last level to turn it to daytime so that we don't risk getting the bad ending. A, because we want to get the good ending, and B, that would be more bosses we'd have to fight. This is one of my least favorite rooms in the game because it's very obviously designed to waste your time. Like, why did Castlevania need ledge grab mechanics? Look at that little head shake. Yeah. Data saved. Metal Gear. I don't know if your arms actually move like that when you do that maneuver, but okay. Reinhardt's got like a full gyroscope for his ball and socket joint on his shoulder there. It's a weapon. It's really powerful, especially against living things. Speaking of Resident Evil, the narrator in this game was Scott McCullough, who voiced Chris in PlayStation Resident Evil. I believe he's passed on now. Rest in peace. Yeah, there's got to be at least 13 triangles in those arms. These platforms do carry momentum, so you have to be careful. If you jump while it's swinging, you will go flying into the wall and kill yourself. Also, this is probably one of the worst designed sections in the game right here, because it's just, I'm not really sure what they want you to do here. So this is a slope. If you so much as step on this slope, you get stuck in auto slide. But it's got these little dividers in it that if you get on the dividers, you'll fall in the crevice there and have to start it over. So the best way I've found to do it is to get on this one. Make sure you've got full health or close to it. And then just jump and take the fall damage. I hope this is not Chris's sandwich. Whoa. What utility? A clock that you use to cross gaps. Especially against living things. Alright. That's all we're going to buy from Renan. How do you get to that? I actually think I may go back and check those just to make sure it's not an axe or something, because we want to be prepped as possible for this part. Because we got 3 back-to-back bosses, one of which is very, very dangerous. If I remember correctly, the weapon he's referring to in that scene is actually the acid thrower. Or the grenade thrower with acid rounds, whatever you want to call it. The funny thing is Reinhardt's like a big buff dude, but Carrie, who is a little girl and is 12 years old, can shimmy across this ledge just as good as he can. I was about 2 seconds away from getting fire crotch, and I'm not talking about the STD there. Oh no, 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 get up, get up, get up. At least I didn't take fall damage because of the turnover animation. Stupid. This displeases Trent. Alright. Go, Reinhardt, go. You can get pretty darn close to this thing and not get burned. Like in real life, if you'd done that, you'd have been dead, but... Alright, we got impatient last time. We'll be a little more patient this time. Whoa, there we go. Easy. I'm not really sure what you can do by jumping on that gear down there. I've never done it. Probably just takes you back down to the bottom. So we're going to need to... No, I won't. Here we go. Ugh. Let me get me a power up for peace of mind, I guess. You see, all these power-ups would be great if we could use our main weapon, but... because I'm an idiot. Whose idea was this run? Rasmus, was this your idea? Why did you do this to me? This is all your fault. Model James, are you here? Was this your fault? We came very close to sliding off that time. Oof. Well, because the game crashed, I guess we get the level 1 axe, unless I get so desperate later I hack the level 2 one in. But let's try not to do that. Let's just try to see if we can take it as it comes. Yeah, I'm just not going to ask for your idea next time. A cure ampule for fighting 3 bosses that cannot poison you. Well done, Konami. I've been waiting for this. It's our favorite boss tonight. He doesn't even have to stop to look at his pocket watch. Just boop, open, close, done. If you spend too much money, you have to fight him here, but fortunately we don't have to. $99 jewels and a whip ain't one. If you're on the bad ending route, there's a boss fight here, but we shouldn't have to fight it. Another power-up that we can't use. Chicken. Something I already have too many of. There's a save crystal here, we're not going to use it. Now we're free to use as many sun cards as we want, so let's go ahead and make it daytime. Jabba the Hutt back stomach there. Ooh, it stinks in there. You see, he comes out of the casket in fog to hide the draw distance. I'm pretty sure the same musical cue is used in Symphony of the Night for the underground area. Merry Christmas, everyone! $99 red jewels go by. You raise a good point. We did actually seek out death earlier. Okay, that was just a regular crash that time. Great. See, now I wish I had saved, but it's okay. Yeah, Dracula just Zawaldo. I didn't expect to crash. I thought I might die and have to start over. I didn't expect it to crash. It's going to take more than that to stop us. Next time I'll do a little save state there, so if it crashes we won't have to do this part again. Break Reinhardt's poor shins again. Yeah, I'm sure you guys won't mind if we just skip the cutscenes this time. Interestingly, it also started us at like daytime. Zavaldo! I have 2 number red jewels, a number jewel large, 2 number 99s, 1 with extra axes, a 99 large, where was Sun card? Because we want it to be nice and shiny and bright, because enemies have less health during the day. This time we'll just skip this cutscene. It crashed again in the same place. What gives? I've got a few tricks I can try if it continues to be a problem. It's so strange, it keeps crashing right there at yeah, I may have to. Why in the world is that crashing like that? I've never seen that happen. What gives? I bet we can fix it. I've just got to figure out. Crashing in. It's something about that cutscene that it doesn't like. Let me think. Yeah, I did. I mean, I could go over there and get it, and we could try that. Alright, I can fix this. It's just going to be a little bit more work than I wanted to do, but we can do it. One moment. In the meantime, I'll give you guys some sick tunes while I do a little in-home surgery here. I may actually have to. Probably can fix it, it's just going to take a second. Hey, thanks for that, Italiano. That name is going to be difficult for me to pronounce, but I'm glad you're here. May even try reloading and going over to low res mode and see if that changes. It could be some texture somewhere trying to load and it's not working right. Yeah, I know, I'm trying something. This may not work. Once I figure out if it works or not, I'll take it off. And I'll stop the other music. Mamma mia. Literally played this game on stream 100 different times. Trying to do something special. Boom, crash. Oh, I got you. Italiano e Georgiano Giorgi. Are you the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the Giovanni guy? That guy? He's Italian, right? Okay, so I think what I'll have to do and load profile. Giorno Giovanni. I'm working on a solution, guys. The problem now I have is my plugins are wanting to be wonky. Let's just copy all these goodies here. Yeah, you guys are going crazy in there. What is wrong with you people? Every time I close my... Please no. This is the dumbest thing. I have never seen this glitch happen. Like, usually when you play on the real cartridge, the game for some reason has a tendency to freeze between the cutscene that plays right before the last boss. There's like a fade out as it loads a map. For some reason that cutscene is really bad about soft locking. But never before the Dracula fight. I don't get that. So bizarre. I have a feeling it has something to do with that texture error that we ran into earlier during the death fight. I think it's trying to load some texture, and there's probably some plugin setting I have changed somewhere from all my fiddling around. Let's see if this fixes our issue here. Excellent. Okay. I've never heard of a crash before the last boss in this game, so I'm really not sure. Basically what I'm going to do now is try 2.0, but I'm going to have to export my memory card file there. Settings, directories. For some reason I'm using a glide plugin like some sort of monster. Let's see, saves. Reset. What a frustrating thing to happen, guys. I do apologize. Still not there. Directories, saves. Okay, so may have to go the nuclear option here, but it's fine. Yeah, I wish. I think I'm gonna go get the actual cartridge over there and blow in it and see what happens. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I think we may have to go with the nuclear option, I'm afraid, because this just... I cannot get this save to load under a different version. Yeah, we'll be back in just a second. I think this is going to work. Mode, weapon select. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, guys. I do apologize greatly for that. I do apologize so much. I'm not sure why that happened. I think it has something to do with the plugin settings. So I've experimented with like ripping textures in this game and stuff like that. So if I had to guess, at some point I messed with the graphical settings, and the game does not like that when I try to load the final cutscene there for whatever reason. So basically we had to compromise here. This may still crash, I don't know, we're going to find out. But what I've done is I started basically a brand new save file, and I brought myself back to the keep as Reinhardt, hence why I have the other one. And I also gave myself the items I had, well, some of them, not all of them. No Sun and Moon card as kind of a compensation, but we did get our roast beefs and roast chickens back. That jewel counter says 0, but we actually have 99. And so when I use the first axe, it will go to 99. It may even do that if I pick one up, but yeah, we're right back where we started. Yeah, 99, we're good. We're right back where we started. I even actually have less items than I did. So yeah, it sucks that we had to do it that way, but short of completely replaying the game tonight, I do not know of another way to fix that. I will experiment with it when we get off stream and fix it then. And I may even re-record the run just so we can see that it's possible in one sitting. But anyway, let's hope this doesn't crash. If this crashes, we really will be in a pickle. I could do it in MS Paint. I think that will be the backup if this doesn't work. Okay, that worked, great. I'm really sorry it has to be this way, but like I said, we'll get it. We'll get them next time. Ow. Thanks for not ducking, Reinhardt. I appreciate that. Oh. He's trying to give me that good suck. Whee! This game has this weird thing about characters wearing like half a suit of armor. Like nobody has the guts to wear a full suit of armor. It's always like these half suits of armor. It's very strange. The headache attack. If I'd known I was going to have this much trouble, I just would have done it on console and like set the webcam up to face this TV screen over there. What? Ooh. Almost. Oh no. No, no. Stop. Quit. Do not want. That'll set us back 3 or 4 cycles. I told you he was trying to give me that good suck. Die! Oh yeah, Steve. I remember when Kathy Zamora shows up. That's not Kathy, that's Steve. I remember. I never had that game. I do remember it. One of my neighbors, or like a kid I used to play with, sometimes had it. Ow. Got him. Come on, Drac. This fight is not so much hard as it is just extremely boring. There we go. Oh, we dropped some chicken. I needed that. Almost. Almost. Got him. Yeah, as his health gets lower, he starts doing that more and more. What zombies ate my neighbors could? It seems like they did make a sequel to it. I don't think it was very big, though. Apparently there was something called Ghoul Patrol, which was like a spiritual sequel or something. Or it was a sequel, but it wasn't supposed to be. I don't know. I'm just reading whatever Wikipedia tells me. That's not a shadow, by the way. This game doesn't have shadows. That's like another cloak with a different color value under the one that's falling to the ground. No, not grabbed by the ghoulies. Yeah, just Google zombies ate my neighbors too. It comes up on Wikipedia. It's like Ghoul Buster or something like that. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Grab by the Ghoulies was Rareware, right? After they went over to Microsoft. $12:09. We're going to finish right. Slightly behind schedule. If it weren't for the screw up, we would have been done by now. But drastic times call for drastic measures. Just so everyone's clear, there's no difference in like defense or offense or anything between these costumes. It's the exact same thing. The reason I switched to the different costume is basically what I did was used a Game Shark code to unlock Reinhardt from the start without having to play through Cornell's quest. Because to do that, you have to beat the game as Cornell, and then you have to beat the game as Henry, and you have to get the good ending as Henry to get Reinhardt's alternate costume. So it was easier just to switch to Reinhardt that way. But trust me, you are not being the bamboozled. There we go. It was rare, alright, because nobody played it, am I right? Of course he did. I had faith in him all along. You're just in time to see this cocksure youth take on Dracula. That's a lot of ellipses, Malice. What? Not Dracula. You? The Dark Lord? Oh no! What's funny is Carrie has the exact same line right there. They didn't even bother to write two different lines for, you know, a 12-year-old kid and a grown man who would ostensibly have different reactions to what they're seeing, but you know. Blinded by the light. My cloak is now complete. Emo Dracula. Imbecile. Don't cut yourself on that edge there, Drac. Even got the open chest jacket and everything. What a Chad. Average vampire killer versus vampire enjoyer. Save state in case we crash. On your knees before the might of Dracula's one-fingered hand. Alright, so this boss we need to do a careful balance between striking the head and not getting hit, which not doing a good job so far. Because that last boss is kind of beefy, no pun intended. I'm definitely a hardcore gamer. I enjoy a difficult game and a good challenge. Dark Souls is some of the most fun I've had in gaming in years just because of the challenge it presented. Oh, that was a good one. Nothing like farming some chicken. Nothing like getting hit by a fireball. So when he teleports in, he kind of sinks to the ground a little bit, and if you're at just the right angle, you can get a few hits on him without jumping. But if you're not, he goes back up at the last second. See, when he teleports, he rises off the ground. So it looks like you're going to have to... We really want to save our healing items because the next boss... He can one-shot you if you don't have full health, if you're not careful. You can very easily get stun-locked and just die. The healing items are almost as important as the axe ammo. Just a few more hits and we should be able to axe him out. He doesn't use that attack very much. That's rare that you see that. Ooh, a double hit. Give me them double hits. Ow. The good thing is when we do get to the last boss, we can just unload on him because we won't have to worry about saving anything anymore. Go ahead and heal up. We want to be at full health for this. Or you could just whiff completely, Reinhardt. Thanks for that. Hard-headed, am I right? There we go. Alright. Now remember earlier, way like 2.5 hours ago, I told you that Charlie Vincent was the only smart person in this whole game? Oh wait. Malice, there was this crash at the castle keep. No, the starchiness of my jacket has been ruined. They should have made him make the vampire death sound effect there. It would have been really fitting. Ha! Try to stop me, would you? Behold my true form and perish. A miserable pile of something, I don't remember. So we get to go to the Vietnam mustard gas desert here. Speaking of Nam 1975. The game on console is really bad about soft locking after this cutscene. This one and sometimes the one where you get teleported here when the screen fades to black for a second. It's really bad about crashing there for some reason. Oh no, man, we get Centipede Dracula. Centipedes in my Castlevania game? It's more likely than you think. Look, you just know they were completely out of ideas over there at Konami. I have to go back to this hell again. You're a cool dude, Rasmus. You know quotes from NUM 1975. You know, like all the super obscure lore. Oh, you're missing out if you never played the other ones. Alright, this Dracula literally shoots atomic bombs, so we have to be careful for that. He can also do that. So what we need to do is to not have our axes distracted. Just kind of freehand them there. See, if we had the level 2 axe, we'd be in a much better situation, but because of the crash. That sword damage is actually not that bad. That's not as bad as I expected for Final Dracula. Ouch. Go, Reinhardt. What can happen is you can get knocked down by that attack, and then he can do his Big Bang attack, and that will kill you. Because you won't have time to get up and heal. Those things also blow up. Whoa! If someone didn't know this was Castlevania and saw this last boss fight with the like explosions, they wouldn't know what the heck was going. Look at that. Daggum mushroom cloud in the background. This is insane. The crazy person made this last boss. An absolute mad lad. Come on. Ouch. Come on, Heart of the Cards, don't fail me now. That thing is Vegeta? Come on. Done. Oh. No whip. Let's go. I still feel it was somewhat inadequate because of the whole crash thing, but we did what we had to do. You know your good pal Terensu wouldn't use any cheats or hacks in there on you, so... In the end, I think we discovered that the real Castlevania Legacy of Darkness Reinhardt No Whip 1000 subscriber special was the friends that we made along the way. Yeah. Yes, it was. All 1,000 of them. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Do I remember the Dungeons and Dragons? There was only one, yes. So I never played the tabletop game. I just was a little bit before my time, and most of my buddies were only like it's really close. We're just like electronic, like video game type people. Not really many tabletop gamers. We played a few card games, but not really like Dungeon Master type stuff. I did play the old beat 'em ups like Shadow over Misara or Mistara or whatever it is. I did play those, net play those several years back. What a nightmare. I think the hardest thing in that run was just the crashes. Like the whipless run itself is not that bad, I don't think. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. I think you were my 1,000th sub, so I really appreciate that. And I appreciate you stopping by and watching this entire mess. after these credits, I'm going to bed myself. It's usually I stream 3 hours, and sometimes we go a little over, so we're definitely over tonight. But it was worth it for this special. And again, I do really apologize for the technical difficulties in there. Usually that does not happen. Yep, show's over, folks. You're going to miss the tearful reunion with Reinhardt and Rosa. I don't know if I would ever do this run for Carrie, because her melee attack is much shorter than Reinhardt's, but I guess that would be the next thing to do. There's no explanation for how Reinhardt got back from the desert, by the way. It's just never explained. Get it? Roses? Because she's Rosa? Look at that white rose. Ah. Reinhardt's just like, wait, I killed you with an axe. It's not DiGiorno, it's De Struggle. You see, she's not pale anymore. She has skin tone now. I don't know, man. That rumor is out there that Sony is in negotiating with Konami to make a licensed Castlevania game for PS5. If you want to get me to buy a PS5, Sony, I'll tell you that's how you do it. Which I'll probably buy one anyway. Oh gosh, I am the wind. I still need to email that guy that played saxophone for I Am the Wind and see if he could put me in touch with Cynthia Harrell. But you had to email his agent, and that guy's going to be like, yeah, how much money will you give me to contact Cynthia Harrell? So I don't know, we'll see. Reinhardt has hair like Sonic the Hedgehog. I am the copyright. Yeah, my family's dead, Reinhardt. The sun is over there, the castle is over there. What are they looking at? Okay, that ending is still like cute though, like for real. It's not bad. I really like Carrie's ending too. Carrie has a good ending too. It's very simple, but it fits her character very well. When we getting the audio drama sitcom about Reinhardt? I mean 2,000 subs. We get to 2,000 subs, I'll write it and put it on the channel. So get to work, guys. Yep, you're right, Review Fox. That is 100% better than Reiko's ending because there is actual closure there as opposed to Reiko's ending, which is just nothing. So the Japanese version, Cornell's intro has a different voice actor. I found the lady and tried to contact her, but I was unable to find like an email or anything. I was going to do another interview. If there's anybody who hasn't been a long time sub to the channel, I like to go hunt down people who are involved in the making of obscure games and interview them. I've been in touch with several. So far, I've actually got 2 to come on the channel, but I will be reaching out some more soon, hopefully. Yeah, they are. They're all Japanese, with the exception of like a couple of the translators and things like that. But those are definitely Japanese names. I looked up a few of these guys. Some of them are working at like some really decent companies now. I forgot where Masahiko Kimura is now. I don't think he's with Konami anymore. The guy that plays Cornell, he is an opera singer in real life. He's like a very famous Japanese opera singer. Etsunobu Ubisu. I'm not sure where he's at now. I don't think he's with Konami anymore. Need to look up some of these producers and see if I can find them like on Twitter or something. R.I.P. in peace, KC Entertainment Kobe. I think those are the guys that made the Goemon games as well. Those are really good. And with that, the 1,000 subscriber special draws to a close. Hopefully by next Monday, I will have the community polling feature so I could poll you guys about what we want to see that night. It's probably going to be really hard to beat the Mortal Kombat people, so just be prepared for that. Also, Legacy of Kain. I think somebody requested Legacy of Kain. I think it was F. So we'll try and play that, among other things. Among Us. Sus. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for the 1,000 subs. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next Monday at 9 o'clock. I will have another formal video about the 1,000 subs. So thank you going up tomorrow if you're interested in such. Anyway, guys, thanks to everyone that shared, liked, commented, subscribed, joined the Discord, all that stuff. And there should be a link to the Discord. If you want to join up and be part of the community, I'd love to have you. Anyway, good night, guys. Thanks so much. And thank you, Raphael. Thanks for coming by. Enjoy, guys. Have fun. Have a good night.